at least to try to stick together until a certain point, at least.
And I feel like if we, like, putting up a girl means that the guys kind of feel bad for the girl this week and try to get her off of the block.
Yeah.
And I think that's smart because then the guys are still trying to help us.
Yeah.
And then they stay on our side. Because
Exactly.
they think that it's still their decision.
Yeah.
Which is important. Like, the guys need to feel like it's their decision.
Yeah.
But really, it's your decision.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's smart. You're smart. That's smart.
Yeah. I feel like doing the whole, I mean, they're going to go anyway. And I think by doing that, it gives us another week to at least.
Oh, yeah.
You know, by doing something like that. It gives us another week to maybe have Adele up the following week and then have Adele go if a guy wins. If a girl wins, then maybe we could think of something else.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Because new people are coming in like crazy. And hopefully they feel sorry for the girl on the block. And if anything, then that new girl goes up because they haven't bonded well with. Like Sabrina and you, I don't know about Rochelle if she has connections, but you guys have really good bonds with the guys a little bit. And I was hoping that at that point they'd be consoling you guys and telling you don't worry, and you know what I'm trying to say. Like it would also help because when I was on the block, they all told me I'm safe, don't worry, I'm gonna have your back, don't worry. It kind of, and it gives you a chance to see where their heads at too, in a way. My only problem with putting up a girl. That's why I was like, does anybody really? Obviously, no one's gonna say yes. I want to go up, choose me. But I don't want a girl to hold a grudge, and I feel like other girls would, and I don't know if you would hold a grudge. And I feel like you're also like very sweet.
I am, but here's my only thing.
Yeah.
Is if I go up as a pawn this time, I feel like since I do have that sweet character, bless you, since I am like that sweet person, that I feel like in the future they would be like, let's put up Heather. She's
like the guys or the girls?
The guys. And some of the girls. She got away with it once. She can get away with it again.
But that's how I felt. Remember, that's how I felt. The first girl up on the block, I'm gonna keep doing, and they didn't do it. And then they chose her. I feel like for the guys, they're not quite sure what girls is with who, and it's not smart for them to do that right now. I feel like if they chose you, I think they're not gonna keep rotating because they could have chose me. But they chose me, then they chose her, and then they might choose Rochelle. They might choose somebody, I don't know, somebody else or whatever. But I feel like that you're really sweet, and I think Sabrina's close with them too, and I was saying this to her as well. I feel like you're really sweet, and I feel like nobody in their right mind would vote you out. Nobody would vote you out. And I also feel like the difference between you and Sabrina is you wouldn't hold a grudge. Like if you won an HOH, I wouldn't see you saying, Ika, you're going up because you did this to me, and blah, blah, blah. Whereas Sabrina might be holding a little bit more of a grudge. That's my only thing. I'm just like, maybe I could like
Sabrina
talk to
goes up, she's going to blow this way out of proportion.
Yeah, and I'm scared. I'm scared of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't want to put you in that position. I just feel like...
What about Rochelle, though?
But do you not... She cries at the drop of a pin. Did you know that?
I do, but, like, that's not fair. Just
I know.
Rochelle cries,
not because
I go up.
It's not because she cries why you go up. She also doesn't have that... She's sweet thing. I don't know if Sabrina they would sit and chitter chatter because we know they already had that relationship that they're very, very close, that we're not really in on. And you don't want Sabrina saying, oh, you see, she likes Heather more. And you don't want that going on type thing. And I just don't want girls holding a grudge. And I feel like you'd be that girl that wouldn't hold a grudge. Like you'd see it, I think.
I'd see it for what it is.
Can I just see it? I think in this game, they're emotional players and they're logical players. And I think you come off as an emotional person, but I think you're very logical. I think you're very smart. And I think people understand how smart you are as a person. And I feel like if we did this, you would see it more as like a game move and not as a personal move.
Yes.
Where I feel like these girls would see it more as I'm personally attacking them because we had an argument yesterday and I'm not as close. That's what I think. Like after like speaking to people and seeing their reactions and right now they're off downstairs together talking. You're here by yourself. I feel like And
because they're
also,
all like they're fucking connected at the hip. Even yesterday when Sabrina was drunk, she's like, "Oh yeah, she's my best friend."
yeah. And I also feel like, you know how Sabrina gets. Like, you don't want her to get like emotional and then like tell the boys, "Oh, Ika did this to me," and whatever, and then kind of like turn people against me, or say, or say something, or have Rochelle say something, and say like, they might in the moment of like being vulnerable, a guy might be able to get information out of them because they're so like upset. And when girls are upset, they just talk and talk and talk. And I do feel like people do underestimate you, and I think you are a very smart player. And it would be dumb of me to put you on the block and have you go home this week, because I think you're smart. I think you're really smart, and I think you're logical.
Yeah.
I think you're like a logical person where you wouldn't hold a personal vendetta, and I think you just see it as like, okay, but I know nobody wants to open that block. Nobody wants to pack and leave. I've been there. I know what it feels like. She's been there. I know how she feels. Even though she was on there for only friggin' 2 days, I know how it feels. I know how it feels. So saying to someone, "Oh, go up as a pawn," is not something easy. I don't take it very lightly. But I just don't want the boys to turn around, put two girls up, and then one girl goes home. And honestly, they're very tight. We're not in there. If a girl's going home, it's going to be me or you. Because we're not as in with the girls to get their vote as they're in with themselves.
Exactly. That's the part that I'm most scared of, is like, I'm not as in with them right now as I was in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm in with each person individually,
Yeah.
but as a group, like, we haven't all meshed together.
Yeah.
Like, mostly because I hate all the backstabbing and all
Yeah.
the shit that they say, and I would just rather go off and, like, clean the house or hang out with the guys or do
Yeah.
smart things that are less prassy. But, okay, here's the thing, though, is, I definitely understand where you're coming from, and you're 100% right on the nose. And, like, I am like that. Like, I'm a logical person.
I know
So,
you are. Like,
I understand that. What bothers me is that we had sworn to each other no matter what that we wouldn't put each other up. Which scares me in the future.
Yeah.
Right? Because even though if I had go up as a pawn, I would still never put you up.
Yeah.
Even as a pawn. I would pick even as a pawn, I would pick somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's the only part that's scaring me, is because I still wouldn't do that to you. So
And I don't, and
that's
that's why I'm asking. I'm still going to talk to other girls. I'm still going to do that. I don't want you to feel bad. I feel like they really don't know how close we are. And if you even ask me could you just do this or whatever, they will never know. They will never think I'd put up the person that I'm closest to. They would never ever think that.
But are you closest to me, or are you closest to Sabrina?
I'm not closest to. I think I know that Sabrina. A lot of the girls like her, and if I was say, "Sabrina, I don't talk to you anymore. Leave me alone," it'd be easy to get a lot of girls to turn against me. You saw what happened downstairs when that whole thing happened, and nobody spoke to me. I feel like if I did, I prefer to stay on her good side and just to go on her bad side. It's just easier that way. Here.
Yeah.
And I'll say that. I do like her, but I don't know if her personalities, sometimes it doesn't mesh well.
Like me and Rochelle.
Like you and Rochelle. Exactly. But you kind of have to try to get in with Rochelle, because if you don't, then you're going to feel like then they won't talk to you.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
That makes sense. And I feel like if I was ever to be a pawn, then now would be the smartest time to be a pawn. At least that way I can say that I'd never be a pawn again.
Or the week after. But Netta could use that. Oh, I was a pawn last week, so I don't know. And last week she was 100% safe. And I feel like now it's a safe time to do it, where where girls can't come to you again and say you have to go up as a pawn again because you did it. And this is the week. If I want to be a pawn, it has to be in here, not further down the line when people are trying to pick people off and you don't know, like where you don't want that.
No,
type thing.
I don't.
I just feel like you wouldn't hold a grudge. And that's it. And I feel like, and if that happened, people wouldn't know how close we are. They wouldn't know how close we are. If I thought for a fact that if I knew or thought for a little bit that you were going to go home, I would never be like, Heather, would you mind? Ever. I just don't want to be like Serena, because I know how she's going to react.
And there's a good chance she would go home.
You think so?
Every single person in this house sees her as a strong player because she is friends with every single person.
She's a good social player.
Is that good though? To be like that in this house?
No. It's not. It's not good to be like that in this house. But I kind of feel like how this game is going, for some reason it's going a little bit differently.
It's going so weird.
It's going a little bit differently where you feel like people who are good social players and who are emotional, they're sticking around a lot longer than the people who are more
logical. Well, that scares me. I'm a logical person.
But you come off as emotional.
I do.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I
will.
That's good.
If I'm up as a pawn, I'm definitely going to come off as emotional.
Whereas
I'm going to be pulling my face off.
My personality is a bit more strong. So
Paul will be on the block, and
I'm gonna, like, before Kyle walked out, he told me that they wanted me out first.
The guys?
Yeah, that's what Kyle told me before he left the house. He goes, I'm leaving anyways, but I wanted to give you a heads up. And he said me. He told me that nobody is even mentioning your name. You or Sabrina. That's what he told me. Nobody is even mentioning your name as even an option. And he was like, and he just said, look out for that. And I'm like, okay.
We're already close, so I guess that was a good thing.
So that's what he told me. But I think he was telling me to try to, like, use it, like, to not
use it
be
to
wary
your advantage.
of, type thing.
Well, the only
Do
advantage...
you feel close to the guys? And I trust you to not say anything about what the girls talk about to the guys. I trust you. You know, I trust you.
And I trust you. It's just so scary. Like, what if Paul was to win and take himself off, and I go up against Adele?
You don't think Adele would go home? Adele?
Yeah, Adele would definitely go home.
Adele would definitely go home. I just feel like for us to put up Adele and Paul,
it's a really bad move.
I just feel like, even though they're saying, oh, I feel like they'll think that the girls are just tight. Even though we're freaking crazy. And we're not even that tight. Because I'm fighting with this one doesn't get along with this one. You know what I'm trying to say? But to them, they see it as the girls are tight. If a girl goes up and a guy goes up, they see it as, what's going on with the girls thing? Maybe I could try it. Then they get a little more comfortable.
What do you...
Yeah,
I need a
come in.
idea.
Hey. I can't find anyone, so I just wanted to check in.
It's okay.
Everything's fine?
You want her to sit in? Is it
Could I have 2 seconds?
Yeah, for sure.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. I just wanted to make sure everything was cool.
Thank you. Here's the thing, though. Michelle can't go up. Can she? Like, I know we're not putting Sabrina up. There's no way you're putting Sabrina up.
I would put her up if she doesn't have the reactions that she has. And if she doesn't have the pull that she has to go around and flip the house against me.
The only way that Sabrina's ever going to go home this game is to be backdoored.
Because there's no, and it sucks because it sucks to be in a game and you're trying to play a game and you see how certain people have it lined up very kind of easy, you know? But to have someone go up on the block like that, I feel like she would tell every single secret we ever said and she would just go crazy.
She would. It'd be another, like, Andrew with blah, blah, blah.
Yes, and that's what I'm scared of, especially as using her this early as a pawn.
If she did go crazy, she would go home.
If she did go crazy, you think she would go home? You don't think the guys would take whatever information they could get from her to use it against us and try to keep her and bring her on their side.
They do both. They'd get the information from her and
And
send
then
her
send
home.
her home. Because then she's going to be trusted just like Paul.
Yeah. But then we don't have numbers.
We don't have numbers.
And I actually do like Sabrina a lot.
I like her. And like sending a girl home
It's not
soon
smart.
is not an option. It's not it's not smart, it's not an option, it's not something that I want to do. I just think it's better to have guys go home so we have the numbers. Even if we don't all get along, we have the numbers.
Yeah.
And then we could have options later on in the game. Like I wouldn't want her to go home now.
I want us to have the girls be the last people in the house.
Me too.
It's never been done before.
But I feel like all
That
this
stays between us,
fighting
though.
and like all this, no, for sure, all this fighting and like backstabbing and whatever, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I hope it does.
It's going to take some work.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that we have this new girl in the house that we had to figure out what's going on with her because either we send her home or she needs to join in on something.
But I don't know if I trust her. And look how long it took to build up trust and to lose trust and to build it back up again. And to have somebody new come in, it's hard. Like, I know I won't be good at that job. Maybe, but I think your personality would be good at that job.
At her job?
Like, trying to, like, be nice to her and get... You don't think so? You think Sabrina might
No, I totally do.
Yeah.
And freaking they do too, because even in my things, they're like, are you going to be friends with her? All Canada thinks I'm going to be friends with this new girl. So, fuck it. I'll just be friends with her. Okay.
You know what? You sleep on it. Nominations tomorrow.
I'm not going to tell you that I want to be a pawn.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
As your friend, it sucks ass, but it could help us.
That's
So
why
I would see it as a logical move.
Yeah.
But I'm not the type of person to be like, please put me as a pawn.
I know.
So I'm still going to let you make the decision on your own.
Okay.
But we did
Thanks.
have this talk.
Thank you. Thanks for making it so easy for me, Heather. Thank you. Thanks.
Well, I did kind of make it a little easier. I mean, I kind of know you're going to pick me and it's going to be okay. But I'm just not the type of person to be like, yeah, okay, I'm okay with it. Right?
Yeah.
Just like if it was the other way around.
Did you cry? Are you gonna cry?
I'm gonna bawl my face off.
No!
I'm gonna cry so hard.
No!
There's always a chance, though, right?
And that's how I felt. I'm
It's
not
gonna
gonna say
happen.
no. I'm not gonna say no. You shouldn't feel that way. It's your feelings. I know that there could be. There might be.
Also scared though that this might have been the girl's. Yeah.
No.
Because like I'm not
You think they
close
came to
with
me and
all
told
of
me
them.
that?
They might have.
The girls never came to me and told me that, and I'm the kind of person where I make my own decisions and I listen to my own self. If I was the one who brought it up to our attention, it's, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like people influencing me and telling me what to do. I don't like it. It irks me. If there's anything about my personality that really bothers me, it's people telling me what to do. I'll do the exact opposite.
Okay. And we can't put Rochelle up because her and Sabrina are close.
I think I want to I was considering putting her up,
Okay.
but kind of instead of you. But after I saw, like, they're really close. And not only are they close, but I feel like they're all kind of really close.
They are very
and I
close.
feel like if something was to go down, I could see them being a little bit more bitter about it than you would be. Bitter.
And they might turn it on me too. Because they are all so close. They might be like, why couldn't you have put up Heather instead? And then it
And
would
they
look
already kind
badly
of feel
against
like you're
me.
very sweet and everybody likes you, and you don't. Too much of a good thing is not a good thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if
Yeah.
everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Heather's sweet," and Heather's this, and Heather's that, it might annoy certain people.
Okay, so...
And if I'm like, "Well, Heather's sweet, I don't want to put her up," then that would annoy them even more.
Yeah,
Type thing.
that's true.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, but please don't cry.
Well, I'm gonna cry now. Okay.
Oh, I feel...
It's hard to say anything because I know that I'm going up. So, it's a smart move.
Okay. Can you tell me, why do you think it's smart?
Because Rochelle's too close to fucking Sabrina, and Sabrina's ruling the girls right now, and they're all under her little fucking wing, especially Netta, and Sarah's under Sabrina, Netta's under Rochelle.
Yeah.
And I already tried speaking to some of them, and like we're all close, but they have like their own little posse going on right now. And fuck, whatever, I'm fine with that. But as long as I do not go home and that veto gets me off of the block.
You're not going home.
And the other thing is that when we talk to the girls, I don't want it to come across as I said yes. I want you to say that you're picking me.
Okay. And you're not okay with it. Okay, that's fine.
And I'm going to be like, okay, like I understand, but I'm still going to be upset about it.
That's fine.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, like not that I'm telling you what's going on.
No.
I'm just like, just trying to roll this out and see how it's going to go before it happens. Number two, when you talk to the guys, what are you going to say? Are you saying you're putting up a guy and a girl, but you want the guy to go home? You just want to put up the girl? So
and if you want,
okay,
talk to the guys. I could have you here.
I can.
So you could hear them give you their word.
Okay.
Can I? Want me to do that?
Let's do that.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do that. I know.
I'm scared as fuck.
I know.
We celebrated Bill's birthday today, and now I'm going up as a pawn. So one thing my friend said before I left is, Heather, if you ever get on Big Brother, just make sure you never go up as a pawn.
Oh, I know.
And now...
Heather, you're not going home. Do you want me to get the guys when they're in the house to tell you, let's say, guys, this is what is going on, and please just reassure her that she's not going home. You can look in their eyes and let them surrender dogs if you want.
Can I...
Have a minute by yourself?
Can I just... There's just someone in the house that I want to have a conversation with.
Yeah.
And, like, a couple people that I just want to talk to.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to just use my room? Because you can.
No, that's
for
okay.
privacy.
That's okay. Thank you for offering, though. Just, can I just ask one favor of you?
Mm-hmm.
Besides not sending me home, is, tomorrow.
Yeah.
When you have to say your reasons.
Yeah.
Don't give a really good one.
Aw. I don't want you to... I want to say, Heather, you're really nice and you're just a pawn. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be great. Like, if you're like, Paul, like, I'm putting you up for these reasons. Heather, honestly, you're great and you're one of my friends, but you're just a pawn.
Okay, that's what I was going to say anyways.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
That's good, because then at least they don't see me as a threat. They just see me.
No, I wasn't gonna say, oh, you're social and you're nice and people love you.
That's what Andrew did last week, and now Netta is on the radar.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say you're just a pawn. I'm gonna use those words.
Okay. I want ice cream. I can go get ice cream.
Okay.
And you and I have to be way better than we have been.
I know. We do. But do you think it's a good idea to put a girl and a guy up?
Yeah,
you think it's fine?
I do.
Do you see any...
No, I understand that, but...
It's hard when it's
If I'm ever HOH, then it's between fucking Rochelle and Sabrina. I don't care what they have to say.
But you know how they are.
I do. And it would be Rochelle that I pick, but...
You know how they are.
I do.